Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy here, and we are back for another Datamine video for Faye. And we've got the Datamines here for the Harmonic CYL 2 units, as well as Chosen Fjorm there. So we got the stats, of course. We've got a new customization pack to check out. And we also have Hall of Forms. So why don't we start things off with Hall of Forms, since it seems to be the most interesting thing for most people. Okay, so for this round, we have Sacred Stones characters, and we have the Bunny Myrrh. We got the Baby Erica. We have Duo Ephraim, the original. And then we also have the Mythic Fomortis there. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, Mythic Fomortis has actually shot up a little bit in value, considering how good his remix was. He's actually like a legitimate contender for your save armor slot in Aether Raids, despite the fact that you can't actually give him blessings because he's a defensive hero. The amount that they gave him on his refine is actually substantial enough that you can just straight up run him and he can hold his own a little bit in there. So yeah, no complaints from me. Fomortis, very good. And the Bunny Myrrh too. I was surprised when they showed off the, the statistics for the most chosen characters with the Binding World Formas. And Bunny Myrrh was actually ranked second behind Brave Dimitri. So it shows that there's actually a lot of interest in people building this character at the moment. I think it's more so because her refine is relatively recent. She's one of the more recent Harmonic units to get a refine, and it wasn't the worst refine. So you could actually, like, giving her some more recent skills, she may be able to hold her own in there. So I think that's more so the reason why it is, and her being able to show up right now in Hall of Forms is just another way to get some good skills on her if you're trying to build her. So not too bad to see her in there. The Baby Erica hasn't refined yet, but we just got Baby Tana's refine, and it was a slammin' good refine. So I'm expecting Baby Erica is probably going to get a good one too. All those babies from the Sacred Stones banner, I think they're all looking pretty hopeful for their refines. Like Baby Larachel is getting one too. So yeah, I mean, hopefully they just get the sauce, and if you want to gamble a little bit, you could go ahead and pick up this Erica in there. The original Duo Ephraim not looking so crazy anymore, though, unfortunately. His refine is a little too outdated now, but you could still give him some new updated skills. You could give him Johanna Lance, or you give him, I don't know, one of the better recent lances. Arcane Crimson from the Arcane Hinoka is okay. So, yeah, he could be an okay option, but he's not, like, certainly one of the better options here. So, yeah, actually a pretty solid Hall of Forms, all things considered. Definitely worthwhile for me to do the builds video for them. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at the new support pack here. So, $9 US, you're getting 22 orbs and a new castle background. That's actually fire. Wow, that's a good-looking castle background. Holy smokes. Wait, hold on. Let's look at this in a little bit more detail here. This looks like a Halloween one, kind of. Or, you remember in the 4th Harry Potter movie how there was the scene where Harry is talking to Sirius in the fireplace? It kind of looks like this a little bit. Like, this is the lounge quarters of Gryffindor, where the fireplace had Sirius's head and Harry was talking to him in there. This is really classy, though. This is a nice-looking background for the castle. I actually like this one a lot. Yeah, I mean, the reds really pop with the yellow from the fireplace and the candles. So, yeah, not a bad one. Maybe worth investing in if you actually like it. Okay, so we have that. Let's take a look at the artwork for the new characters before we actually move on and take a look at the stats. So, we have the Harmonic Ike, or not Ike. I mean, I see all this Chad energy in my mind, immediately thinks, okay, like, Ike is part of this trio here. The 3 lords with the most Chad energy, it's Hector, Ephraim, and Ike, right? So Hector's got the lance, Ephraim got, well, that's actually not how it would go, right? Ephraim typically has the lance, Hector typically has the axe, and then Ike has the sword. That is the weapon triangle of Chad lords right there. So Hector and Ephraim. I can't talk, guys. So these two over here, pretty good artwork. Yeah, Kuren did a pretty good job here. And these were two of my favorite concepts for Brave Heroes. Hector dressed up like his brother Uther, and then Ephraim like his papa. So you love to see it there. All right, nice special attack there. Then we got the injured artwork. Surprising that Ephraim is the one taking the blow instead of Hector, considering Hector is the main unit. All right, so we got their art. Then we have these two lovely ladies here. We have Celica and Veronica. I've said this before, but Celica's retro Brave armor is one of my favorite designs in the game. It's just really cool. You don't see armor like this with the shoulder pads and the loincloth and stuff. It's like really old school. It just looks really cool, and Celica pulls it off. All right, the attacking artwork. We got the special art, pretty good. And then finally, the injured artwork there. Okay. All right, and then, of course, we got Russian Fjorm over here. The proportions look a little weird here, but I think it's mainly because her outfit is just a little bit too big for her. Like, look how big her cuffs are on her sleeves there. It just leaves a lot of room, and it makes it look like her arms are short. But that's not really the case. Okay, so there's her attacking artwork. Then we got the... did she make ice skates out of ice for her shoes? I think so, right? Like, so she can move a little better. That's cool. No pun intended there. And then we got the... Oh, what is that pose? Ugh. That is weird. Okay. Yeah, so injured artwork from Russian Fjorm there. That's like a model pose. Like she's posing on a model runway doing that. Okay, so there we go for the art. Alright, sorry guys, had to take a little sip there. Okay, so now, what is this? Chosen Fjorm breaks the record of the biggest file size. Really now? Yeah, I guess Fjorm is just that thick, huh? Even her data bytes are thick. Okay, so we got that. Where is the stats? Okay, this is what we wanted. So, of course, shout-outs to Gengar and Tsukasa. Always holding it down with the stats. And why don't we start things off with Fjorm over here. So, Icy Miracle. We got 39 HP, 45 attack, 48 speed with a boon, 34 defense with a bane, HP and attack were also banes, and then 38 res. BST overall 204. She is a chosen hero, so she can give dual skills to allies with her special blessing. Only in water season, but that's fine. And if you were to get her to plus 10, it would massively help your arena score. But I think arena is a lost cause for most people, at least free-to-play players. Arena seems like a lost cause now. Even me, like I'm bouncing back and forth now between 21 and 20. Like I can't just straight up stay in 21 anymore. Even if I have the bonus Mythic Hero or Legendary or whatever, I still can't stay anymore just off of what my natural merges are. So, yeah, I think the chosen heroes may have a little something to do with that. Because if you were to get one to plus 10, it's a pretty big BST jump for your team. Just having like that one extra hero with a higher than normal BST. So it's harder for free-to-play to keep up with arena scoring now, which is sad, but it is what it is. So Fjorm as a unit seems okay. Some people were bringing up the fact that she's very similar to Attuned Ryoma, and that does seem to be the case, although Fjorm also has Corrin's Ice Tile and Vein Tile setup. So she can... It's not quite as crazy, but it's still pretty good. You're getting 3 lanes of Vine Tiles, and then in front of you in 2 spaces all around you get the Ice Tiles, which is pretty good. So yeah, Fjorm, she seems okay, but nothing to break the bank over unless you're a whale and you want to get the plus 10. Alright, then we have the Harmonic Celica. To me, she just looks like a better version of Brave Byleth for offense. Well, you're going to run her on defense teams for the coverage. Like, having 3 range movement and 3 range attack is just nuts. So, yeah, she'll be a pretty strong unit in Aether Raid's defense. And her stat line, we've got 40 HP with a Bane, 47 attack, 49 speed with a boon, 38 defense, and then 30 res with a Bane. Again, 204 BST, which is good because she is a harmonic hero, so she doesn't naturally have a dual skill. And yeah, like, there's not really much else to say. She is very much a more offensive-oriented Brave Byleth. And she also has, what is it, plus 10 true damage when she procs her 3-range style, which is kind of crazy. It sets a crazy precedent for the future where now these styles can start coming with extra range and extra damage too. So how much further away are we from getting a style that's like +1 movement, +4 attack range, and then +25 true damage on all your attacks, and then they'll follow up and then damage reduction and like all the bells and whistles that units be coming with now. Yeah, it seems like the landslide of power creep is falling closer and closer into an avalanche that's going to crush us. But it is what it is. And then finally, we got Hector over here, the roach that refused to die. If you guys remember when he originally got his refine, he lasted very long. He had one of the longest runs as a meta unit after his refine, because he just, I mean, they tried as much as they could to make a replacement for him, and they just never could do it. So eventually they were like, all right, we can't replace him. Let's just make a better version of him. So they made the Ascended Idune. And she was literally the exact same unit, except slightly better stat-wise, which is pretty funny. But his stats here, we've got 48 HP with a Bane, 49 attack, 21 speed, 49 defense with a boon, and then 45 res. And overall BST is 212, which is pretty good. Any boon is going to put him into the 215 bin, so he's now one of the better scoring units you can go for. And he seems pretty good, too. He has the legendary Seliph drive effect, and he gets it for himself, where allies get a desperation effect on their counterattacks. So if the enemies initiate on you, and then you survive their attack, you're going to counter them, and then you're going to counter them again in a row, which is pretty fire. So I think this Hector is actually a pretty good unit. He also has Drive Null C, and he gets it for himself, and then he's got a boatload of DR, especially on AoEs. Like 80% pierceable DR on AoEs, and then a double 15 DR on AoEs, which will stack together. So it's going to be pretty hard to get him off the field. And I unless you're attacking him with some crazy nuke, though, but those do exist. But like I'm not sure exactly if he's going to just get eradicated in one shot. He seems like he's going to be pretty sturdy, actually, just given what I've seen of him so far. And the amount of support that he gives, which is pretty relevant, is also very good. And then both of the buttons for the Harmonic Braves are just very good. It's the dance button to allies from the same titles, or if that doesn't meet the condition, then they just dance themselves and re-up Kanto. So obviously very good, especially for your player phasers. Like Celica is going to make great use of that. Another reason she's better than Brave Byleth is she actually can self-dance with that button. So yeah, there we go for all of the stats for the upcoming heroes. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let's just do one little refresh here and see if there's any more info. I hate Chosen Fjorm's art. Why? I mean, like I mentioned, I think the proportions are a little off, but I actually do like the outfit. I think the fit is pretty good, and I like her hat too. The Russian snow hat. You guys ever heard of Yakutia? It's this town in Siberia. I saw a program about it. It's the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Like, the mean temperature there is like, what was it, minus 58 degrees, which is insane. I don't know how they do it, how those people live there, but it's pretty crazy. And yeah, it looks like that's just about everything. Oh. Okay, that is not good. If that happens to your game, then that seems like cause for alarm. All right, the rest is just meme stuff. So yeah, that's all for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch y'all again on the flip side.